NNDM stock. So the bidding war for SSYS continues, and SSYS has continued to recommend that its shareholders reject Nano Dimension's revised partial offer, deliver a notice of objection against the partial offer, and do not tender their SSYS shares in the partial offer. And yesterday, the 17th, we also understood that the company, that is SSYS, has issued a statement reaffirming and providing additional details on its comment regarding 3D Systems' revised unsolicited proposal. So they are now currently carrying out some due diligence. The board of SSYS has also declared that the enhanced proposed offer from 3D Systems would reasonably be expected to result in a superior proposal. So Nano Dimensions has also gone on to appoint for about 7 potential directors that will probably be sitting on the board when it ultimately succeeds in when it hopes in the hope that it will succeed in acquiring SSYS. Obviously, you know that Nano Dimensions is also a shareholder in SSYS. That is part of the grounds for this acquisition, this proposal to acquire SSYS. So, but I'm also imagining that SSYS has also a lot of skepticism towards the stock, or it may not even be a skepticism, it may just be gimmicks that all of these rejections and recommendations and stuff like that, all of this jostling may just be to ensure that Nano Dimensions stops up more money, because amongst other things, they might say that even though Nano Dimension has this reputation, you can see what's going on here. According to the due diligence done by Seeking Alpha, the company is it's a company that whose cost base is heavily inundated with R&D related expenses, well over half the cost base, which have doubled from what it was a year ago. That is in 2021. The high R&D component shows how early the company is in its life cycle, and puts it in a very difficult position to generate profits in the foreseeable future. You can see that, in fact, investors need to consider the profit generation is probably something that will not happen until 2025 at the very least. So you can see all of these things would definitely give SSYS, and indeed any other company that NNDM wants to acquire, they will make NNDM pay. There are issues that are still not yet settled with NNDM itself as a company. So trying to acquire another company, it's going to be a huge hurdle. So these are the sort of things that will that I had no doubt that have formed the stance of SSYS against NNDM's proposals. So but in any case, we have that on its 45-minute chart. We have let's quickly go down to the 1-minute chart and see what how things ended yesterday. The things ended at some point. I think the peak of that session was around $3.19, but it has projections all the way towards $3.23, and then there is a downward projection of $3.14 on its 1-minute chart. So we have to go to the daily chart and see what things are like. The further projections. There are no projections, no calculation of further projections on its 1-day chart. We have that it's above its almost upper projection on its daily chart, which is $3.06. Let's look at the weekly chart and see whether there's anything there. Obviously, this is because of what we're using. Indeed, there are other algos you may use that may come up with further projections, but we have on its weekly charts upper projection of $6.23, and above that is 8.75. above that is 10.77, all the way towards although it was $30.22 on its weekly chart. So let's come back and look at the 45-minute chart and see. We have that okay, 45-minute chart is has even a projection, okay, just pretty much in line with what is on the 1-minute chart. So I think we are going to rely on the weekly chart of upper projection of $6.23 in the short term. All of those are short term projections. So NNDM stock is it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping. Is that the case? Yes, it is upward sloping, visibly upward sloping, and its MACD histogram is above zero. It's also outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillators are above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This indicates that this means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So you can see that it's definitely overbought. Momentum, so volume for the last trading session, that was the 17th of July, was heavier than usual, trading 3.581 million shares versus an average of 2.653 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. And on this weekly chart, we have upper projection of $6.23, and SSYS has continued to recommend that shareholders reject NNDM's revised partial offer, delivered notice of objection against the partial offer, and do not tender their SSYS shares in their partial offer, and has gone on to continue to review the offer from 3D Systems. Their board has now declared that it believes that it's reasonably expected that the enhanced proposal from 3D Systems will result in a superior proposal. So see what you make of NNDM, and I'll definitely continue to update you as things develop. Thank you very much for watching this video.